President Biden laying out his plan to fight COVID-19 this winter as the Omicron, I keep adding a different letter to that word, Omicron variant, is found in several U.S. states. Listen to this.
My plan I'm announcing today pulls no punches in the fight against COVID-19, and it's a plan that I think should unite us. I know COVID-19 has been very divisive in this country. It's become a political issue, which is a sad, sad commentary. It shouldn't be, but it has been. Now, as we move into the winter and face the challenges of this new variant, this is a moment we can put the divisiveness behind us.
Well, here with more on the president's messaging is partner and president at Maslansky Partners, Lee Carter. Hey, Lee.
Hey, great to see you.
Good to see you, too. Do you agree with him?
Well, I agree with him. It's time to put the politics aside, but he didn't demonstrate that he was about to do that. In his speech, many times he made reference to sort of this antagonistic attitude towards Republicans and how we got here. He said he's going to follow the science. He's not going to do chaos. There were all kinds of indications in what he was saying that he wasn't really serious about putting politics aside. And let's put that aside for a second. He's been president for 11 months. He's had 11 months to put politics aside when it comes to COVID. People are tired of it. They don't know where to go for information. This was a speech yesterday where people are concerned. They wanted to hear that they were going to be okay, and I don't think he delivered on that.
He also talked about traveling and the restrictions. Let's listen to this.
That all inbound international travelers must test within 1 day of departure, regardless of their vaccination status or nationality. This tighter testing timetable provides an added degree of protection as scientists continue to study the Omicron variant.
So we're all ready for this to be over, and we all want to be safe. But now you have to be tested if you come into our country. And remember they talked about a few days ago, they were throwing out the idea that you have to quarantine for 7 days. They ended up not adding that to the plan, thank goodness, because then people would have to take 2 weeks off of work if they travel with their family on vacation.
I think there were a lot of people who were relieved that this was what he was talking about, that it's a 24-hour testing. That said, I don't feel like he came out and said up front, this is what we're doing to keep Americans safe from this new variant. This is what you need to think about. This isn't something that, he didn't give any context. He did talk about the booster campaign. He did talk about the travel, testing. But I don't think that a lot of people...
And possibly for shots for kids under 5. They're going to be reviewing that now. And you have a 2.5-year-old.
I do. And it's funny. He said it's the most commonly asked question he gets. Like, people are dying to have their little children vaccinated. I find that hard to believe that that's the most commonly asked question that he's getting right now, because I think a lot of people feel okay about their children. It's more older folks that are concerned.
Or if they are asking, it might be, I don't want this. Because I remember when the age was 1 and then it went down to 5. And that's when all of my friend group, we have 6-year-olds, were like, oh my gosh, what does this mean for our child?
Yeah.
How is she going to have to get vaccinated? All right, the last thing I want to talk to you about is he says that we are better positioned than we were a year ago to fight COVID. Do you agree with that? Are we in a better position?
I mean, we're in a better position simply because the vaccine is available, right? And I think there are certain things that everybody can say we're in a better position for, but are we in a better position because of what he's done? I'm not so sure that anybody would say that. If you look at his approval rating over the last year, for example, when it comes to dealing with COVID, when he took office in January, he had a 69% approval rating on his handling COVID. Today, it's 47.8. That's 20% drop in approval rating.
Have you ever seen anything like that when you poll people?
No. And I mean, people gave him the benefit of the doubt. They wanted him to do better, and they haven't felt that way. So the fact that he's saying that we're so much better off, yes, we have the vaccine. Yes, we know more about COVID than we did before, but they're not giving him credit for it.
Well, you saw what happened in Virginia. Midterms are a year away. We'll be having you on a lot.
That's right.
Poll people. Thank you so much, Lee. Good to see you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.